Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am currently in my kitchen because the lighting is just working for me out here, but I am filming a declutter for you today. I haven't filmed one of these, I think, ever for my channel, and I have some makeup that I want to declutter. Some of my best friends from high school and I are getting together at the end of this week, and there are some makeup items that I know I'm ready to like move out of my collection, and I texted them all and I was like, would anyone be interested in taking some of these? Like, a lot of them haven't really been used that much or in pretty good shape, and a few of my friends responded back saying like, yes, absolutely, bring them along. So I needed to get this done before I go see them, and since it's coming up soon, I figured I would just film it for you, since I know with everything that I do with panning, decluttering tends to be a big part of that as well. And like I said, I've never done a declutter video before, so I'm excited to go ahead and do that right now for you. So I put all my makeup out on my kitchen counter right here, and we can kind of just go through it and decide what stays and what goes. And again, sorry if you hear anything noisy, we still have people working on our fence outside. So I have my palettes here, and kind of how I've organized them is like my older palettes. These are like my really new palettes, and then the palettes that have kind of just been around for a little while, but I wouldn't consider them one of my olders. And so definitely not decluttering my two newer ones. And I don't think I'm decluttering, I would declutter any of these, because I still like actively use all of these. I was debating on decluttering this Jaclyn Hill palette, but I actually just happened to roll it into my Pan Those eyeshadows, and I've been using this shade right here, and I've really been enjoying it. So I'm gonna keep that around. And then all of these I really like. And then again, for my two oldest palettes, I have the Lorac Pro and my Naked Urban Decay, and they still like work so well. And my Lorac Pro has like the most pans out of all my palettes. So like, one, I'm just really proud of this, and two, I just feel like while they're definitely older, they're still performing really well. And so I think I'm gonna probably not touch any of these palettes. And then I also have this single shadow palette, and again, there really wasn't anything in here that was standing out as like, ooh, I gotta declutter that. I have two blushes, and then I have this Kitten Stila eyeshadow, which I love, and I think I'm probably getting close to pan there, and I would love to finish this eyeshadow for Makeup Geek up soon. But then the rest of them haven't really been worn that much, it looks like to me. And so I figured I will just continue to try and use them, but I don't see any need to declutter any of these. So I think that's it for palettes, except for a couple in here, but I think we'll just maybe go through the drawers one by one and then touch on them. So in my bottom drawer, I have some primers, and I also have some powders. If you've been keeping up with any of my videos, you know that I'm really loving powders, and I've always kind of loved powders, but have not been loving primers that much. So I don't think I'm gonna touch any of my powders. I just got this LYS powder. I've been liking this Yate London powder. I love my Kosas powder. This Airspun powder is just like a classic and works great, and you get so much in here that I don't think I'll ever use it all, but I have no desire to get rid of it. And then in terms of primer that are in this drawer, because I also have my everyday makeup bag, which has like project pan items, shop my stash items, just everyday items like my brows and mascara and stuff. And I don't think I'll be cluttering anything from this because I'm using it all right now. So I have, like, for example, this primer. So I would say this might not be my full collection, because obviously it's not including this whole bag, but I don't think anything from this bag is gonna go. So why we're just kind of working on the drawers. And in looking at all of these, I've used this, but it's just kind of been like, okay. And I feel like the same about this. Like, I feel like sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, but I'm not really using either of them. And even the Professional, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. But I do feel like in the summer, it might be nice to have this, since this is definitely like a more mattifying primer. So I think what I'm gonna do is keep that one, since that's like a more mattifying primer. And then I have this one from Glossier, which is like a very dewy primer. So keep that one. And then I think I'm actually gonna declutter the Pure and the e.l.f. primer. Okay, going to the next drawer, I have my Marc Jacobs bronzer, which I've really been enjoying it. I had that in my last Shop My Stash rotation. This butter bronzer is still relatively new, so I'm still kind of testing that out. It's been a little like way too powdery for me, but I need to like think about that more. This NARS bronzer in the shade Casino, to be honest, like I don't love it. I don't really ever use it. I don't really pull for it that often. So I do think this is gonna be one that I declutter. And then this Milani bronzer is still relatively new and I have enjoyed it so far. So I'm gonna keep this one around. And then we have 2 more eyeshadows, which to be honest, I never use because they're in the store. But just really in general, like I don't pull for these. They're pretty neutral palettes, which is great, like super usable, but I have so many neutral shades across all of my other palettes that like, I don't think I'd go to one of these palettes to just, I don't know, do a matte brown look or do something that using this. So I feel like these would be 2 really good palettes to pass along to my friends. They're not as into makeup as I am, so I feel like these could be like a great palette for them to grab and use. So I feel pretty good about decluttering both of those. My next drawer is highlights. So definitely not getting rid of my Soft and Gentle, my Becca, my Cookie. Big fan of those. Here's this NARS highlight in Albatross. I like go back and forth with this one. It's an interesting shade. It kind of comes, it looks like white in the pan, but it can come across almost like gold green on the skin, but it is a nice highlight. So I do think I'm gonna keep that one around as well. What is this? This is the Iconic London Illuminator. I really don't know how much I've ever used this and like how much I ever will. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna let go of this Chartist Glow. I like have pulled this into my Shop My Stash and have mixed it in with my foundations and tried to find ways to use it, and it just like, it's just not something I want to use. It's something I pull into my Shop My Stash and make the best of it, but if I didn't do that, I wouldn't use it all. And to me, that just seems silly to have. So I definitely think I'm gonna get rid of that one as well. I really enjoy this Trestique highlight for my inner corner, so I'm gonna keep that around. What is this? This is an Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. I don't think I've ever used this. I think this came as like a sample with a product that I bought, but because I've never used it, I don't want to get rid of it because I might really like it. And then my Jaclyn Hill highlight palette, which I'm gonna keep because I do really like her highlights. I feel like we're doing really well. Next drawer is blushes, and actually just like off the bat, there's nothing in here that I want to declutter, so I'm gonna put that back. And we are gonna jump to eyeshadows. So I just had this ColourPop one in my Shop My Stash, so that one is still kicking. I thought I was gonna have to declutter it, but it is still working well. This is one of the Ardency In Honey Enriched Pigments. Really pretty shade. Don't really ever use it, but I am gonna keep it because it was expensive. What is this? Studio Makeup Endurance Cream Shadow. I think this came in a BoxyCharm. I don't know if I've really used it that much. I think maybe here and there, but I don't really have strong feelings towards this one, so I think I'm actually gonna declutter this. Love this Artist Couture shadow, definitely keeping that. I enjoy this NARS shadow, so keeping that. Love this Kiko Milano shadow, so keeping that. This Kaja Bento Box, I really like those shades, so I'm gonna keep that. Ooh, Makeup Geek. Oh, the Utopia pigment's really nice. That's a good one. And so is the Insomnia pigment. So actually I'm gonna keep both of those. Ooh, but I have these 2 Infallible eyeshadows. This one's in Amber Rush, so really pretty, like rose gold color. And then this one is in Eternal Sunshine, so a gold shade. I do wanna get rid of one of these, and I've definitely used Amber Rush way more than I've ever used Eternal Sunshine. So I think I'm gonna keep this one and pass this one along to one of my friends. I feel like both of these Kaja eye pigments are still relatively new, so I'm gonna keep both of them as well. All right, moving to, this is like eyeliners and lip products. So, and mascara. So keeping my Bite mascara, keeping my Roller Lash mascara. I'm gonna keep my Stila Stay All Day liquid lip. It's Makeup Geek. Oh, this is a pot liner. I'm definitely gonna pass this. Well, I don't even know if I'm gonna pass it along. I might just trash it if it's dry, but we'll see. I'll check it out. But I never use this, so I'm gonna pass that along, and it's older. Rare Beauty, gonna keep that, love that. I have another Bite sample mascara, so keeping that. Ooh, what's this? Clarins Velvet Lip Protector. I don't even know if I've ever worn this, to be honest. Oh, I must have. But this, I think, is another BoxyCharm, and I just have a lot of other red lip colors that I like better, that I even like, I know I love, and so I don't have any recollection of even using this, so I think I'm gonna pass this one along. This is a Dose of Colors lip crown. I think I'm gonna keep that. Although it doesn't look like I've really ever used that either, but that's okay. Black liner. Oh, definitely passing along this. So I tried using this the last few weeks, like in my waterline, and it doesn't stay in my waterline at all. So I'm going to move this out of my collection, and that is the ColourPop liner in Mr. Bing. I really liked this when I first got it, but I feel like it's just like dried up. So I'm gonna move that out. I love this liner. This is another liner that's probably fine. Kat Von D pencil, I think that's probably fine, and another pencil, which I also think is probably fine. So, okay, put these back. Lashes, I don't think there's just glue and then 2 things of lashes, so nothing there that I think needs to go. Okay, up here, this is nail polish, so we can ignore that. Lip crayons, this is from Kiko Milano, so I'm gonna keep that one. This is a red one from NARS. I think I'm also gonna keep, I don't mind having both of those in my collection. All these lip liners I think are going to stay. And then this is a lipstick, which the actual like lipstick is sparkly and the packaging's really pretty, but I don't know if I've ever even worn this one either. So I think I'm gonna let this one go. This is by the brand Hank and Henry, so I'm gonna pass on this one. The foundations are fine. I always like to have MAC Fix Plus around. This is my Fenty lip gloss, which I love, my Patrick Ta lip gloss that I love, my Carly Bible by Il Makiage lip gloss that I love, and my Maybelline Lifter gloss that I love. So all of those are gonna stay. I also like both of these Dose of Colors liquid lips, so they're gonna stay. This is a really fun sparkly red, so I'm gonna keep that. These are my Jaclyn Hill lipsticks that I actually really like. I don't have an issue with them, so I'm gonna keep them. And I love the packaging on those. And then also my Carly Bible Il Makiage collection. I love both of those lipsticks as well, so that's all gonna probably just stay. In terms of foundation and concealer, this is the only concealer that I own, so I'm going to keep that around. This is my Pretty Fresh from ColourPop, which is still relatively new. This is my NARS foundation that I love, and then this is my Smashbox foundation, which I was debating about decluttering, but I had it in my Shop My Stash not too long ago, and I enjoyed using it, so I'm gonna keep it around at least for a little bit longer. And then over here we have the rest of my lipsticks that are not in here, because I pulled in a bunch of lip colors in this month's Shop My Stash, but I have several from Maybelline. I have the camera set up, so hopefully it's not super blurry. I'm gonna go through these, particularly the Maybelline ones. So this is Touch of Spice, which I still really love that shade. So I'm gonna keep this one around. What's this? Clay Crush. Another good nude. So I feel like that one can stay. This is Siren and Scarlet. I have so many red lips, but I just love them, so I'm gonna keep that one. And these are all like from the same collection. This is Divine Wine. I recently had this in my Shop My Stash, love it. That one's gonna stick around. And then this is Blushing Pout. So just another good like pink nude. So I'm gonna keep that. Then additionally from Maybelline, I have this one. This is Coral Crush. I do think I'm gonna keep this because I don't think I have any other coral lip colors, so just for that sake. And then I have this one from Maybelline, which is Fuchsia Flash, which I remember I used to love this lipstick. So if I were to declutter any of these, I think it would be this one, although I do love that shade, but I feel like my MAC Candy Yum Yum is very similar. Oh geez. Oh, so similar. Okay, that makes me feel better about decluttering it. So I will keep Candy Yum Yum and declutter Fuchsia Flash. And then for the rest of them that I have over here, I feel like these two are colorful and the rest are nude. So yeah, this Oma Beauty matte lipstick, beautiful shade, love that one. Also like this Lipstick Queen lipstick, so that one can stick around. And then I know I like my Soap and Glory Super Nude, so that one can also stick around. These two, I have been, oh, this is nude too. This is Laura Mercier Dolce de Leche. A little darker than probably what I normally wear, but I'm going to keep that. I was thinking that was my NARS Stafina, but that NARS Stafina is in my makeup bag. And then I have this one, which is Wild Orchid by Revlon. Debating on this one. I think I'm gonna keep it just because it's like very unique to my collection. I feel like Stafina's similar. Let me grab it. So there's Stafina and then there's the Wild Orchid. They are similar, but Wild Orchid has like a sheenier sheen. And so for now, I think I'm gonna keep them both. Okay, so here is the pile of makeup that I am decluttering, parting with both of these primers. I'm parting with all of these eyeshadows, this bronzer, these highlights, these lipsticks. Oh, this is an eyeshadow too. And this is also a lipstick. And these eyeliners, which I think I'll probably just toss both of these liners instead of trying to pass them along to my friends. That is it. So I'm super excited to have gotten this done and move some things out of my collection that I just wasn't using and hopefully into a better home with some friends who will be using them. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one.